Greetings everyone, and Great here for another H-Powers 4 replay. Small on top left side as the Cyan Zuzi's Legacy with CrackedyHere. Small on bottom right side as the Magenta English. We have GG.Chrysaor. Oh, I butchered that name. Of course, got villagers on gold, villagers building a house. For the Zuzi's Legacy, let's see, where is he going to build the meditation gardens? That's a village. Putting it right here, we'll get a bit of stone and gold. Here, give him a wood and stone, but I probably want to try a bit more resources. You could put it here and get him a good amount of wood and some gold. And put it here could give him food, gold, and a tiny bit of wood. You know, I don't see a good spot for the meditation garden. Maybe right here? Can that reach 3 resources? Perhaps. Get him gold, stone, bit of food, and tiny bit of wood. So maybe that's the best spot there. Not a great spot. Guess we'll wait and see. You may go with the what's it called, the Zhangan Tower first in order to not go for it. Do you have the Abbey King's Employment Field? And he's going for Meditation Garden. I wonder if that skims of gold. You can see here it slightly covers it, but I have no idea if that actually gets it. Does it go by the point of origin in the middle of the entity, or does it actually get it just by getting any sort of somewhat overlap? Either way, this will give him some food, some stone, and maybe some wood chips with that tree. Meditation Garden's almost complete. Abbey King's is being built. Usually what I've been seeing is people go for Abbey Kings, they're trying to go for a fast castle or a secondary town center. Fast castle can result you to get out of secondary town center in the form of the Abbey of Kings. First king being put on the field. We do see a wood chip being collected as well as a bit of food, and does get the gold deposit as well, so he is getting 4 solid resources and a wood chip per second. The Zhangan Tower is being built, which will give a bit of rebate upon constructing military structures. The biggest rebate is in the form of stables, the horsemen. Since horsemen do cost 120, a stable is 150. So you could try mass producing horsemen by paying a premium to get out more production structures. Is that a great idea? Probably not, since it's coming from me. I'm saying it's a possibility. King does receive some fire from the town center. And I do see a secondary English town center now being built in the center of the map. Or, not the center of the map. Right next to the first one. Very, very different word. King is moving down south. We do have a scout here. Now the village is rotating to stone. He is eyeing for a secondary town center himself since it's being supervised. Good progress made away onto wood. He does get out a spearman here. Has a bit of hardened spear as well. He built one and got a free one from the Zhangan Tower. Here comes the king. He does have 1 spearman here. 1 spearman may have a bit of trouble. I don't know the exact number of spearmen to kings you need. But 1 spearman should be more than adequate to make the king keep his distance. Does take some stabs there. The king's DPS is not highest, but he is focused on that wounded villager. And not to mention the town center is there providing some good hand cannoneer fire. And looks like he will go down a little bit foolishly. Yeah, if the town's under there, the 1 spearman was more than adequate. Let's see, a spearman does 28 damage per strike, minus 2, 26 damage after the armor. So it'll take out the king in 9 hits? Yeah, 9 hits. And the king will do as half attack speed. Nope, it's not half per se. But 6 damage per strike against a hardened spearman is 5 hits. A slightly slow attack speed. Yeah, looks like the math is a king can beat a spearman in 1v1 combat. But it does actually kind of get a little bit close. But with that town center providing fire support, the king would definitely not win. The spirit may not live, but nor will the king. We do now have the town center not being built. Longbowman on the build queue. Do have some early palace guards here. Oh yeah, he went for Song Dynasty, which means... Oh wait, no. That doesn't exist for Zuzi's Legacy. Either way, early palace guard is actually a unit you rarely ever see. It's not being put on the field. Palace guard have less armor than normal man-at-arms, which is very key distinction from English man-at-arms, who tends to rely on heavier armor. But they do get quite a bit more ability. Right now, they do move the same speed as Musafati warriors. Longbow move the same speed as crossbows, so there is quite a bit of a speed difference between the two. King does get some strikes there. 3 Palace Guard in the field. Palace Guard are slightly more expensive than Man-at-Arms by 5 gold. He is supervising the barracks, looks like. Huh. Also, I wonder, who is this guy supervising? I see the mill being supervised, but it looks like there's 3 of them on top of that mill. And I don't see the supervise effect anywhere, so... Sorry, I'm probably overthinking some of that stuff. Either way, there's plenty of gold inside the mill from the pick on up. We got a decent number of longbowmen. He does have an outpost here. And hand cannon outpost does offer a bit more damage against most targets. It's pretty cheap compared to arrow slits, and does hit quite nice and hard. Longbowmen not being engaged by the early Palace Guard. They do have only 2 range armor rather than 3. But they still retain the 3 melee armor as paired to their Castle Age variants. So they're effective versus spearmen, but not... Longbowmen will punch them nice and hard. 4 damage per shot, barring any armor differences. In which we do actually have +1 range armor, so that will reduce the longbowmen's damage output by 25%. But does add quite a bit up. Another outpost being built here. More longbowmen on the way forward. He does have the village nearby, so he can, with this outpost built, he can support up to 20 or 18 villagers on that gold deposit. A very good number indeed. Granted, the village does not get arrow defenses. And Palace Guard charging the way forward. With proper micro, the longbowman may pull ahead, but got +1 melee damage, well, putting these guys to 10. And that will make him much more divisible against the longbowman's health. I don't have to do much math on that because 10 and 70. So they will take on 7 hits. So it may be worth it for the English player to get +1 melee armor, but we do see now +1 white tower being employed on the field. Employed way back here to keep his farm safe, which against Chinese variants that may not be half bad, since Palace Guards are not half bad at raiding villagers due to their heightened speed. Got an outpost here. Scout spots it and receives some arrows. Villager does go down there. King advancing. You have some Palace Guards there. I'm not sure where the spearmen are. Zuzi's Legacy player has enough gold to age up, needs a bit more food. Picking up some deer now. We also got a bit of palisade walls going on up on the flank. The king will spot the villager, but will not engage the villager. This player is now aged up. We've got wood chopping research and the wheelbarrow research on the way for the English player. Mount Lu Academy, which does provide more taxable income in the form of food, as well as more official research. Some official research for the officials. Walls do go down. Local doggo getting some bites there. Now behind to go through this gate as well. Longbowmen pushing their way forward, trying to engage. Now got the elite longbowman research on the way. Knight and King are charging his way forward. Right now, these Palace Guard are having a huge quality issue. Longbowmen don't have any blacksmith research, but once they get their or the veteran research, they will get a decent more amount of damage, +2, I would remember correctly. And now we do have the Palace Guard upgrading the early Palace Guard, the regular Palace Guard, and single whip reform. So it's going to be whipping the Imperial officials to run faster, which will help with the tax collection. Most of the time, it seems like Chinese players don't really collect their taxes all too much, since they want those Imperial officials to supervise the work, which does result in more income. Palace Guard's getting good chop there. Palace Guard with 13 damage will help counteract with quite a bit of armor of these units. Good number of knights on the field. More spearmen would not hurt. And now we do have the regional inspection improves the supervision from 150% to 300. They'll just sign to build an outpost here. Monk will grab the relic. You can always build a Shaolin Monastery a little bit later to get out the Shaolin Monks, which should be pretty effective against these longbowmen. Palace Guard's been upgraded now. Or they already been upgraded, I should say. Backing off there, outpost does get cancelled. There's quite a bit of shrubbery there. Now got a big number of farms being pulled on the field. The Zuzi's Legacy player has far too much wood at the moment. Meditation Garden's total end number is 36, 1 wood chip, 25, and 25. So he's getting good resource there from the Meditation Garden. And he also has a mass amount of wood and gold, almost enough gold to age up. He may just go straight for food and eye for a massive age up. But speaking of which, these villagers are out of food. He can go for these deer here. Has plenty of woods for outposts and mills. Camping this relic there for a good number of nights. This may not be enough palace guards. Science Scout does spot all this. Just bring a couple spearmen over. Whatever spearman he has is all he needs. Second relic has been picked on up. We got another set of knights being pushed on forward. We do now have this outpost here, and he will find the outpost. Outpost quickly gets destroyed on off. Villager gets hacked apart. And now got the monk here. Probably best to hack him apart as well. Does have some spearmen here, which may be just enough to help him engage these knights. There's 9 knights there, plus 1 king, and there's a good number of crossbows and longbowmen there. Honestly, he could have kept with the longbowmen production, since the palace guards do have a lot less armor. Because right now, the English player has no blacksmith research. See a mass number of granaries here. The Chinese player does have 105 villagers versus 36, so he's up by 19. More Imperial officials. You could probably task an Imperial official on each one of these granaries. Then perhaps task one Imperial official on whatever gold source he's primarily using, another Imperial official on the primary wood source he's using. And then you can have the last one on whatever taxes you want to get. I'm curious, how many Imperial officials can you get? Yeah, you can get up to 6. You can get another 2 more with the the Zuzi's Academy. Or library, I should say, not academy. Does break on through the walls, but not advancing through the walls. Cyan's arm is going through the gate. Of course, he doesn't have vision of where the knights are. Looks like he's going to, now has vision of where the knights are. Crossbows get a good volley there. Does get some hits on these various knights. King took a hit there as well. Villagers gonna play Ring Around the Rosie. Some of them are going to go down. He does have an acceptable number of villagers he has. He can take losses, I should say. More villagers backing on off. Spearmen and Palace Guard trying to make forward. Looks like all these knights may go down. There's too many forces here. Too many crossbows, too many spearmen. Some of these villagers are being impaled to try and get more villager kills. More of these horses taking some damage. King does go down. The king is dead. And no king is being rebuilt. Crossbows and longbowmen could start engaging. Got a bit of a trail there from the outposts that just got popped up. Some of the crossbows are actually improperly being tasked of being ran forward there. Longbowmen and crossbows engaging. Looks like the archers and palace guard are quickly going down. But Jen is losing all of his man-at-arms. Some are still alive. Now the Zuzi's crossbows being forced them back. But Jen may get some more of these outposts being built. Spring going in place to find a way. Going trying to fortify the outposts now. SBs is now being built. It's a good volley there. Man-at-arms quick goes on down there. Man-at-arms or SBs falling back. Man-at-arms does go down there, and the outpost gets destroyed. We do now the Temple of the Sun now being built, which will give him a bunch of configurable bonuses. Right now, the Zuzi's Legacy player has a massive gold reserve. Doesn't have much wood, has a good amount of food income. SBs does find a volley there. Man-at-arms push forward. Zuzi's Legacy player is not going for, is going for elite palace guard research. He may not go for elite crossbows. He's not really playing eyeing for crossbows. He may be eyeing for hand cannoneers. So if he goes to the Zuzi's library, he can get out some good crossbow upgrades. SB is taking some severe damage. Both SBs have gone down. All the man-at-arms have been cleaned on up. Right now is the issue of all these longbowmen, as well as the crossbows. Man-at-arms now push way forward, trying to torch down this outpost. Will take a bit of time. Does have this additional fire armor. Crossbows and a couple of Zinchnoos push way forward. Zinchnoos are probably from rebaited archer ranges. Now Palace Guards, elite Palace Guard push way forward in good numbers. And now he's bypassing his opponent. I do have the combat sprint active. Or no, he has the increased movement speed, Divine Haste from the Temple of the Sun. So these Palace Guard moves almost as fast as Knights and Scouts. It's a little bit slower. Looks like it's not going to be trying to hit some of these villagers now. Palace Guards getting ripped apart thanks to the White Tower in the back line. Now some of these other forces being cleaned on up. He may go with the Berkshire Castle to help keep his farming line secure, or he could eye for the Warren-Guard Palace in order to get out some of those powerful elite units. Not fighting against any horsemen right now, so the Warren-Guard footmen are not super useful, and the Warren-Guard longbowmen just offer good general purpose damage, as well as some good range. Go for the Warren-Guard bowmen, Warren-Guard rangers. It may be great to mix in some knights go along with that, since they will counter the spearmen. By the way, it's all with the English player. Granted, the Warren-Guard army I always mentioned beforehand gives you basically a free trebuchet. And since he's fighting against good numbers Palace Guard, the 2 free crossbowmen that go along with the trebuchet would not hurt. Zuzi's legacy is actually eyeing for grenadiers. That's interesting. Can't wait to see how well they do. The English players tend to go for a large number of man-at-arms. It should be decent against the men-at-arms. They do siege damage, so the heightened English armored will do nothing. I'm pretty sure with the temple, you can get them +1 range, because I think they're classified as gunpowder. Yep. Got some grenadiers not pulling on the field. They do have the increased movement speed thanks to Divine Haste. The projectiles are similar to Mangonels. Technically you can dodge them, but the range is so short, it's somewhat hard to actually dodge them. But he did dodge them right there. They do offer decent damage versus buildings as well. He is taking some damage from Grenadiers. More Grenadiers with blow on the field. Palace Guards also have gained some damage onto those battering rams. More of those spring golds. I don't know why I couldn't say that word. Went all down. He's storming forward with more of these Palace Guards and Grenadiers. Only 12 Grenadiers, not eyeing for more Grenadiers at the moment. He has a nice little core of them. They can offer some good siege damage. Their attack speed is the same attack speed as an archer as well. They do siege damage, so they can do full damage versus the battering rams, though they won't get the bonus damage vulnerability that battering rams have, because that's only melee damage. More Grenadiers in the build queue. Palace Guard trying to move forward, torching out stuff. The English Guard is not aged up, needs more gold before it can age up. Right now, just going for mass crossbows. Grenadiers are classified as light range. Those Grenadiers also have more health than a Hand Cannon as well. Now we do actually have the Warren-Guard Palace. You know, they're classified as light range, which means horsemen doing bonus damage versus range will be effective versus those Grenadiers, so maybe it's a good idea for him to go with the Warren-Guard, was it Raiders? Even 3 Knights, 3 Horsemen. Guess we'll have to wait and see. Doesn't need any trebuchets at the moment, he's on the defensive. Gate quickly goes on down. Trying to get this gate goes on down, and all the stone walls along with it. We've got another what's called network castles active. Guard Palace is actually being built here. And it looks like villagers are getting killed off, trying to build it up. The Chinese players 142 villagers, maybe have too many villagers. And the Grenadier is doing some great damage to the Guard Palace. The Guard Palace will get fully destroyed, and he gets no resources back from that. That is a massive loss. That's probably going to be gain. And that is gain. It's Great saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.